You have been lied to about the price of money. From the moment you were old enough to understand language, you were programmed with a single devastating equation. Hard work equals wealth. You were taught that money is a reward for struggle. You were taught that it is difficult to get, hard to keep, and that you must trade your time, your sweat, and your sanity to acquire it. Look around you. Look at the people working the hardest. Look at the people breaking their backs in double shifts. The people hustling 18 hours a day. Are they the wealthiest? Rarely. In fact, they are often the ones struggling the most. Now look at the true dynastic wealth. Look at the generational fortunes. There is a silence to their money. There is an ease. They do not chase money. Money seems to have a gravitational pull toward them. Why is this? Is the universe unfair? Is it luck? No. The universe is a precision instrument based on law. The reason you are working hard and staying broke is not because you aren't trying enough. It is because you are broadcasting on the wrong frequency. You are broadcasting the frequency of wanting, and the universe, which is a mirror, reflects that back to you as lacking. The title of today's revelation is How to Enter the Money Frequency. We are going to dismantle the poverty programming that has been passed down through your bloodline for generations. We are going to stop chasing the paper and start becoming the magnet. We are going to explore how to create not just cash, but generational wealth, the kind of wealth that outlives you by changing nothing but your state of consciousness. Let us begin by defining what money actually is. To the outer man, money is paper, digits, gold, or credit. It is a physical object to be hoarded. But to the inner man, to the imagination, money is crystallized energy. It is a symbol of freedom. It is a state of mind. Neville Goddard taught that wealth is a state of consciousness. It is not a number in a bank account. If you took a billionaire and stripped him of all his assets today, took his cash, his companies, his real estate, within 5 years he would be wealthy again. Why? Because he never lost the consciousness of wealth. He knows who he is. If you took a person with a poverty consciousness and gave them $1 million today, as we see with lottery winners, within 5 years they would be broke again. Why? Because their consciousness rejected the money. They felt uncomfortable with it. They didn't feel natural in the state of wealth, so they subconsciously destroyed it to return to their baseline of struggle. This is the money frequency. It is a thermostat setting in your soul. Right now, your thermostat is set to a specific number. Maybe it is just enough to survive. Maybe it is always in debt. Maybe it is comfortable but stagnant. No matter how hard you hustle, no matter how many side hustles you start, you will always revert to your thermostat setting. You cannot outperform your own self-concept. To change the bank balance, we must reset the thermostat. We must tune the radio of your mind from the static of scarcity FM to the clear broadcast of abundance FM. But how? The first step is to stop creating noise. Desperation is noise. Worry is noise. Checking your bank app 5 times a day with a knot in your stomach is noise. Money likes silence. Have you ever noticed that when you desperately need money, it runs away? But the moment you let go, the moment you stop caring, a check arrives in the mail? This is because desire combined with fear creates a repelling force. When you are desperate, you are screaming to the universe, "I do not have it." And the law of assumption says, "Okay, you do not have it, so be it." To enter the money frequency, you must learn to assume the feeling of wealth before the evidence appears. You must occupy the state of the heir. Imagine you are the heir to a massive royal fortune. You haven't received the money yet. It is in a trust fund that unlocks when you turn 30. Do you worry about rent? No. Do you envy your friends who have a few extra dollars? No. Do you hustle and panic? No. You walk with a quiet confidence. You enter a room knowing that your future is secured. You look at price tags with indifference, knowing that soon they will be irrelevant. That specific feeling, that inner knowing, that lack of anxiety, that quiet security is the frequency of wealth. Neville said, you must walk in the assumption that you are already the person you want to be. If you want to be wealthy, you must ask yourself, how would I feel right now if I had $10 million in the bank? Would you feel manic excitement? No, you would feel relief. You would feel secure. You would feel stable. You would walk slower. You would breathe deeper. There is a specific texture to the state of wealth. It feels like high thread count sheets. It feels like the heavy silence of a luxury car door closing. It feels like safety. Most people try to visualize money, but they visualize it with greed. They visualize swimming in coins like a cartoon character. This is not the frequency of wealth. This is the frequency of I want. True wealth is natural. It is boring in the best way. It is just a fact of life. Of course I can afford that. You need to normalize abundance in your imagination until it feels as natural as breathing air. This brings us to the concept of generational wealth. We are not just talking about paying rent, we are talking about breaking a lineage of poverty. Many of you come from lines of ancestors who struggled. You saw your parents worry. You heard the phrases, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. These phrases are spells. They are black magic curses cast upon your subconscious mind. They planted the seed that money is scarce and evil. To create generational wealth, you must be the cycle breaker. You must revise the history of your bloodline. You must boldly assume that I am the one who changes everything. This requires a radical change in your inner conversations. What do you say to yourself about money when no one is listening? Do you say, it's too expensive? Do you say, I'll never get ahead? Every time you say these things, you are cementing the poverty state. You must become a guardian at the gate of your mind. When you see a luxury car, do not say, I wish I had that. Say, that is my standard. That is beautiful. Thank you for showing me what is mine. When you pay a bill, do not resent the money leaving. Bless the money. Say, thank you that I have the ability to pay this. There is always more where that came from. Turn the transaction into an act of gratitude, not an act of loss. If you are ready to break this cycle, if you are ready to be the matriarch of a new lineage of abundance, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. We are a sanctuary for the woman who seeks substance over spectacle. We are building a community of women who know that their inner world is the mint where their coin is forged. Turn on the notification bell. Let it be a daily reminder that you are not here to struggle. You are here to reign. Now, let us get practical. How do we trigger this shift tonight? Neville gave us a powerful technique. He called it the feeling of the ring or the feeling of the check. I want to teach you the inner wallet technique. This is a game you play in your imagination, but it has devastatingly powerful results in the 3D world. Imagine that you have a wallet or a purse. In your imagination, fill that wallet with large denomination bills, or imagine a black limitless credit card in the slot. Now, as you walk through your day, physically walking down the street or through the grocery store, feel the weight of that wallet. Feel the inner knowing that you could buy anything you see. Look at the expensive items, the organic food, the designer clothes, the first-class tickets, and mentally buy them. Don't look at the price tag and shrink. Look at the item and say, I can have that. I take that. You don't have to physically buy it. You have to mentally appropriate it. Exercise your imagination. Spend the imaginary money. Neville said, use your imagination as you would a checkbook. Spend extravagantly in your mind. Why does this work? Because it breaks the paralysis of lack. It trains your subconscious to get used to the feeling of spending, of having, of circulating. It neutralizes the fear of the price tag. And as you do this, as you walk around with the secret feeling of a millionaire, the world will begin to shift. You will find deals, you will get unexpected checks, you will get raises, ideas for businesses will drop into your head. The bridge of incidents will appear to carry you to the wealth you have assumed. But you must be consistent. You cannot be a millionaire in your imagination for 10 minutes and then go back to complaining about gas prices for the rest of the day. That is serving two masters. You must be loyal to the unseen reality. You must persist in the assumption that I am wealthy even when your senses deny it, especially when your senses deny it. That is the test. That is the fire that forges the gold. When the bill comes and the panic rises, that is your moment of power. Do you collapse into the old story, or do you stand firm in your new identity? Do you say, this is just a shadow of the past, my reality is abundance? If you can hold the feeling of wealth in the face of lack, the lack must vanish. It has no choice. Darkness cannot exist where the light stands firm. I want you to make a declaration of this new frequency right now. I want you to signal to your subconscious that the old story of struggle is finished. Go to the comments below. Write, I am the source of my abundance. Write it to remind yourself that the money does not come from the job. It does not come from the client. It does not come from the husband. It comes from you. Your consciousness is the source. The job is just the channel. Never worship the channel. Always worship the source. Let's talk about the Sabbath of money. There comes a point in your manifestation where you stop worrying completely. You reach a state of inner conviction. You just know it is done. You stop checking the bank app every hour. You stop asking when. You feel a deep, settling peace. This is the Sabbath. This is the moment the seed has taken root. When you reach this state, do not force yourself to do more techniques. Do not force yourself to visualize more. Rest. Enjoy your life. Prepare your home for the wealth. Clean your house. Organize your finances. Act as if you are expecting a royal guest. Because you are. You are expecting the externalization of your own I am. Generational wealth is not about hoarding. It is about flow. It is about realizing that God is a flowing river of substance and you are standing in the middle of it. The only way to stop the flow is to pinch the hose with fear. Open the hose. Give freely, even if it is just a smile or a kind word. Spend freely in your mind. Live with an open hand, not a clenched fist. A clenched fist cannot receive. An open hand is ready. There is a beautiful concept Neville shared about the phrase, I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. This affirmation covers everything. Lavish means more than enough. Steady means it's not a roller coaster. Dependable means you can relax. Integrity and mutual benefit means you are not hurting anyone, you are adding value to the world. Repeat this to yourself as you fall asleep. I have a lavish, steady, dependable income. Let the words lull you into the state of relief. Remember, you are not creating wealth to prove your worth. You are already worthy. You are God asleep, dreaming you are a human. You are creating wealth because it's fun, because it's freedom, because it allows you to express your divinity more fully. Poverty is not spiritual. Poverty is a restriction of the divine nature. God is abundance. Look at nature. Look at the leaves on the trees, the stars in the sky. God never creates just enough. God creates a surplus. Wasteful, beautiful, magnificent surplus. That is your nature. So stop playing small. Stop apologizing for wanting more. Your desire for wealth is God's desire to express more life through you. Honor that desire. Step into the frequency. Tonight, do not go to sleep as the woman who is struggling to make ends meet. That woman is dead. She belongs to the past. Go to sleep as the matriarch. Go to sleep as the woman who has established a legacy of security for her children and her children's children. Feel the heavy, warm quilt of financial security wrapped around you. Sleep in that security and wake up to a world that has no choice but to lay its treasures at your feet. You are the alchemist. You turn the lead of your thoughts into the gold of your life. The frequency is broadcasting now. Turn the dial, tune in, and never, ever tune back out. I am she who assumes, and so are you.